Okay, my experience with Donkey Kong Country 3 for the SNES version, obviously SNES version, because we're not talking about the Game Boy Color, we're not talking about the Land trilogy. We already did that last week. So join me this week, and we'll be talking about the Donkey Kong Country 3 finally. But hey, Donkey Kong Country 3. I'll put the soundtrack in the description, by the way. Alright. Background. For people that want to know. Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble is a 1996 platform video game developed by Rare and published by Nintendo for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It was released November 18th, 1996. Story. Shortly after the events of Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's quest, Donkey and Diddy suddenly disappear in the northern hemisphere. Dixie Kong sets off to find the pair and is joined by her cousin Kiddy Kong and aided by Funky Kong's vehicles to traverse the land. So basically, they're traversing the land, like, you know, the northern side of the land, like, together, her and Kiddy Kong. Now, you're wondering, who the fuck is Kiddy Kong and Dixie Kong? So, Dixie Kong, she was Donkey Kong's girlfriend from the last game, Donkey Kong Country 2. She's your partner in Donkey Kong Country 2. But Kiddy Kong, he's, like, kind of this new character that only appears in, like, Donkey Kong Country 3 and, like, Donkey Kong Land 3. He's not really, like, a staple Donkey Kong character. He kind of just shows up and then, like, that's it. Like, for some reason, that's literally his whole role throughout it. Like, he's literally just like, you know, he has the abilities of Donkey Kong, you know, like, he was heavy, you know, and stuff. He has the weight behind him and stuff, and that's what makes him special for some reason. And to be honest, I didn't really I like Kiddy Kong. Don't get twisted. I really did like Kiddy Kong. But for me personally, Kiddy Kong was just kind of alright for me. Like, to be straight up. Like, if you asked me on the street, hey, do you like Donkey Kong or do you like Kiddy Kong more? I'll obviously say Donkey Kong since, you know, Donkey Kong's the fucking boy, you know? But, I don't know, Kiddy Kong was just really weird. If you saw the opening, you'll see what he looks like. I'll show you again what he looks like. That is Kiddy Kong. I know, weird, right? And also, before I get this stuff started, I want to say that the music for this game, David Wise didn't really fully produce. So somebody else was behind the music in Donkey Kong Country 3. And that's why it sounds, like, different. That's why it doesn't sound like the same from, like, Donkey Kong Country 2. So if you're wondering why... Okay, my apologies. So, like I mentioned before in the story, you're like exploring around this world map. You have this giant world map that you need to explore, and honestly, it is pretty cool, like, exploring it, because it does give you that Super Mario World vibe. A teeny tiny bit, like, not like too much Super Mario World, because Super Mario World, like, the map was kind of basic, and you walked around to each stage, just like blink, blink, blink. I mean, I'm not saying Super Mario World is bad or anything. Look, I'll show you what I mean. Like, look, I'm actually going to go in detail. Yeah. Not the map theme, but just, like, the sub-map. Map. Okay, whatever. I'll just show you a picture or something. So basically, this is what a part of the map, this is like an area of the map looks like. And you can explore level by level, kind of like Super Mario World, but you see the characters moving and all that other sort of stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool about Donkey Kong Country 3. I was like, I kind of sat there and I was like a little bit, and I was just thinking to myself that Area 1, yeah, I know that's Area 1, but I was just saying, like, for example, like, just to give the viewer a brief example, like, why is it not fucking working, dude? Oh shit. No, okay, I fucking won't worry about it. Alright, but also in this game, so Funky Kong also has a use in this game. I don't want the music like ear raping y'all, so that's why I kind of have it like turned down. Cause sounds like Still Village, which is actually the song I really like in this game. But other than that, I'll mention the soundtrack some other time. But anyways, so in this game, Funky also has a use. Basically, you gotta go around the world exploring it to find parts. And I mean this, like, you have to literally legit find parts. For Funky Kong, so you guys can get around using cool new vehicles and stuff. I actually thought that was cool, because I remember when you go to Funky, you just kind of get the whole vehicle, like, outright. If you remember. Let me see if the audio is okay. Yeah, okay, the audio is okay. I look fantastic. Oh, I was about to say, I was about to get really upset. I was like, what's going on? But, I remember, like, yeah, Funky Kong really did have a use. I'm just trying to get through it. Because, to me, Donkey Kong Country 3, yes, it was a good game. I'm going to say it was a fun time. I had a fun ride. But, like, I'm not trying to say, like, it's not a shit game, okay? It's definitely not like Donkey Kong Land, okay? I at least had fun with this shit going through it. Try and find Donkey and Diddy and shit. But, like, for people that kind of just want me to get to the point really quickly and then they can get out of here, Donkey Kong Country 3 is obviously my least liked out of the trilogy. But it's still loads better, and I still had lots more fun with Donkey Kong Country 3 than Donkey Kong Land 3, if you catch my drift. If you haven't seen my experience with Donkey Kong Land, go check Donkey Kong Land Trilogy, go check that out. I think that's a really good Donkey Kong video y'all should check out. And this won't be the last one, by the way. I'm making one for Tropical Freeze way later down the line in the future. And if you're wondering why I'm probably not making one for Returns, because I actually haven't played Returns as of this live stream. So that's why it's like, I'm sitting here kind of like, you might want to play, like, Returns. You know what I mean? And I'll probably try and, like, delay the Tropical Freeze review so I can get Returns out of the way. Maybe. That's if I ever get another Wii again. But, or maybe if Nintendo actually had Switch Online for their stuff. But, Lakeside Limbo. This level was pretty okay. First level, nothing hard or anything. Pretty easy and chill. I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm just going to talk about a lot of things. But, anyways. So, Still Village. Now you're probably wondering, a lot of Donkey Kong Country fans, like, kind of knew, like, somebody else was doing it. Like, this wasn't, like, David Wise himself coming in here and being like, yeah, I fully produced all of this. Like, no, David Wise either did some of it, because I've been hearing from a bunch of other, like, Donkey Kong Country 3 players, reviewers, like, David Wise's involvement in this game was a mixed mash. He either did some of it, he did none of it. I don't know which one's the truth, which is why I'm kind of just saying both. Like, either David Wise produced some of the music, or he didn't produce any of it. But I do know like a new music commissioner did do Donkey Kong Country 3, and a lot of people say her OST didn't like do Donkey Kong Country justice in a way. A lot of people just kind of throw like the OST away in the trash and kind of just like remember Donkey Country 1 and 2, since Donkey Country 1 and 2's music was way more remembered, way more high value than Donkey Country 3, and I don't want to be that guy that just sits there and diminishes Donkey Kong Country 3 throughout the whole review, because I feel like Donkey Kong Country 3 holds its own as a game, just like Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 do. And, hold on. Welcome to my review, girl. Welcome to my DC3 video. My apologies. Hey, Makai, how you doing? I started playing Donkey Kong Country 3. It's IMO, a good game. Yeah. Which I'm going to kind of get into the levels, but I just wanted to explain that a lot of people really diss Donkey Kong Country 3 because, you know, no sticker. No, I'm not trying to say sticker but specifically, but like the music in this game felt like it had a different wavelength. Like if you compare Stilt Village, which I really like Stilt Village myself, but I've seen lots of other people. I'm going to play it again. I've seen a lot of people like raise an eyebrow with this track and pretty much all the OST in the game, because it's like, it's not David Wise. Where is David Wise? Why isn't he, you know, putting like really good music in? We wanted to see a third time he's going to come back. It's because he wanted to take a little bit like a step of a break. I've been hearing from other reviewers as well, like he wanted to take a step back for a bit and like relax from the Donkey Kong Country series. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I mean, I understand that, but I do see where people are coming from. But like, I'm just saying, like, I would just respect the music that's in here. I know it doesn't sound like Donkey Kong Country, like, you know, DK Island Swing, Sticker Bush Symphony, Forest Interlude. You know what I mean? The caverns from Donkey Kong Country 1. You know what I mean? Like King K. Rules, Galley King Collab. I can't say the word. You know what I mean? King K. Rules theme in pretty much Donkey Kong Country 1. You know what I mean? It doesn't hit the same notes. And a lot of people kind of fell off because of that. Like, people still play the game, but no one talks about the OST as much. It's not as remembered. Shit, Nintendo doesn't even put it in their catalog, like Sticker Bush Symphony, DK Island Swing, Jungle Hijinks. You know what I mean? Like, they don't, like, not even Nintendo, like, gives a fuck about the OST in this game. And that kind of makes me a little upset, because I like Still Village. I think it's actually, I mean, it's, okay, it's good, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, nah, this game's trash, bro. Like, this shit does not deserve to be remembered as much as Donkey Kong 1 and 2. Sure, I know I do listen to Sticker Bush Symphony over this shit any day of the week, but it's like, it's not bad, okay? I want to stop, you know, thinking, you know, I want people to stop thinking Donkey Kong Country 3 is bad because it doesn't have really, like, the best music of the series. I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of make a song superior to Forest Interlude and Sticker Bush Symphony, you know? And I know when people were going into this game when it was coming out and stuff, people were like, dude, what, like, think about this, right? You're back in 1995 when when Donkey Country 2 came out, and then Donkey Country 3 is supposed to be like, so Donkey Country 2 was so good, is Donkey Kong Country 3 going to surpass my expectations and be even better than Donkey Kong Country 2? Alright, in terms of, like, everything, like, the music, the graphics, like, is it gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like how video games are nowadays, you know, like, when you create a 3-game shit, usually, like, the second and third game are gonna look way better than the first, which is obvious. It does look a little bit better, but it's like, in terms of people's memories with this game and stuff, people just kind of single this one out and be like, I'm good. I'd rather just play Donkey Kong Country 2. Not entirely. There's some people out there that actually love all 3 games equally, which I can respect as well. But I just wanted to give you guys a little headspace. I don't know the right fucking word. But a little headspace about like how Donkey Country 3 is kind of received out of the 3 games, out of the main original set. Like, sorry, it's just that I kind of wanted to go in depth with that a little bit. You know, just something a little different compared to how I handled Donkey Country 2 and Donkey Country, 1 video and stuff. Doorstop Dash. This level was all about jumping onto these bars that make doors open, and you have to dash over before they close, which was a pretty cool little mini concept. I actually really liked that in Donkey Country 3. I remember it was one of the earliest levels. It's like the second or third level in the entire game. No, it's the second level in the entire game that they're pulling like a new gimmick out and stuff. Number 5, I already talked about Kiddy Kong exclusively before, but I'll still bring him up again. Kiddy Kong is just the Donkey Kong of this game, not gonna lie to y'all. He has a roll move just like him, and he's big like Donkey Kong, but he's like a baby Kong, so that's a difference, I guess. Kiddy Kong, like I said, Kiddy Kong was like weird. He was like Donkey Kong, but not Donkey Kong. Like, he's kind of this game's thing. Same with DK Land 3. If you haven't seen my Donkey Kong Land trilogy video, go check that out. It's only an hour 14. It's not that long. If you got the time, of course. I know I'm self-promoting a lot. Okay, stop it. But yeah. Number 6, Title Trouble. To be honest, this level was pretty fun and easy, but the music was bopping. Title Trouble. I think can't remember the theme they used. I think it was from Still Village. I think Still Village is a part 2. I'm trying to remember. Like, give me a minute. Like, I'm really genuinely trying to remember right now. But yeah, Title Trouble, yeah, the music was okay. Like, I enjoyed playing the level and stuff, and I'm just gonna kind of skim through, so we don't have to, like, be here forever and stuff. Another thing people didn't like about Donkey Country 3 compared to 2 and 1 was the boss battles. The boss battles in this game kind of felt, a little bland, like, a little bit, less life. Like, sure, like, giant spider maybe here and there. Like, it was cool, but, like, I just remember a lot of people kind of looking at the boss fights of this game and kind of going, scratching my head a little bit, being a little on the creative side. Like, but they're all right. Like, how should I say this? Like, if you want me to express, like, Donkey Country 3, like, other than how I said it earlier, like, a lot of people treat it like what I just said earlier, but there's people that treat it, like, as Like, there's some good things, but there's a lot of, like, okay and meh things in between. Like, between those good things, you're gonna hear people say, I either didn't like that, or this was entirely. Which I'm just like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so weird, bro. It's so weird. Skid's Row, the first snow level, I'm surprised how early. Like, yeah, they pulled the snow level shit, like, super early in this game. I sat there and I was like, you guys are already gonna probably see why I'm, like, scratching my head. Because I remember Donkey Country 1 and 2, like, snow levels, they were a thing, but, like, they were, like, midpoint or, like, near midpoint of the game. It's like some Crash Bandicoot 2 shit, where the first level was grass, and then the next level is fucking ice shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was, like, kind of like, why this early? Because in a platformer game, okay, I'm not going to say Mario does it the absolute best, okay, but at least Mario sets a premise that you should do for your platforming game, okay? Worlds should be based around, like, that entire little thing if you're doing, like, a whole set of worlds. But since this is, like, a little in a jungle, it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of weird. But, okay, if you're going to make your levels, I would keep the levels themselves, like, one theme and then move it theme to theme. Kind of just like how Mario does it most of the time. I know the new Super Mario Bros. Gimmick is very annoying for a lot of people, but it works. Okay, that's why, like, it works. At least it doesn't throw people off when they see, like, okay, Snowland, you know, like, Snow World. All the levels here are going to be snow. I mean, it is good that they broke your expectations, I guess, and just kind of threw a snow level in there. But, you know, what if people don't like snow levels, you know? Like, what if people don't like that shit? Like, how are they going to react to that being the third level of the game? I mean, I get it. You know, this is before, you know, worlds were kind of just a thing. Okay. Anyways, I'm talking about this too much. Number 8, Murky Mill. Alright, I can't remember this level for the life of me since it's been forever. Murky Mill Fever. Let me try to find Milky Mill. I'm trying to remember that shit. Like, I really am trying to remember that shit. This level pissed me off because I just started playing Dixie and Kitty, but now I'm already getting an Animal Buddy level this early in the game. Donkey Kong Country 2 waited till, like, mid-game for that shit. But here, super early, and I don't like this level because the animal partner I got was a baby elephant. But it's not like the Rhino Buddy or the big elephant buddy. It's small and scared of rats. And when it sees one, it goes to the other way scared, and there's nothing the player can do to stop it other than get a barrel and kill it. Get a barrel and kill the bastard. And what really sucks is you can't jump on them when the baby elephant is afraid, and this can cause you to lose a hit point or death, which is freaking annoying. Other than that shit, the level was fine, but you know, this is gonna have more harder version of this level later on for me to play. So what I meant by that is the baby elephant buddy in this game. The elephant doesn't work like it did in Donkey Kong Country 2. I think there was an elephant buddy in Donkey Kong 2. Look, it's been a little bit, okay? Leave me alone. Okay. I'm coming. Relax. I got you. So, this animal buddy really pissed me off. I hated this. And it makes no fucking sense why a baby elephant is scared of a rat. Like, I'm sitting there like, do you know how big baby elephants usually are compared to rats anyway, even in their baby state? Dude, them fuckers are small as shit. Well, they're huge compared to us, but it's like, they're small as shit compared to their, like, you know, mom elephant. But, like, when they grow, holy shit, they're huge. But you're telling me this baby elephant in Donkey Kong Country 3 is scared of a little baby rat that nigga, like, actually could just fucking stomp on him? I don't like that shit. I really did not like that shit. And I remember I was struggling on this level because of that shit. Because the elephant was scared and I didn't know what to do or how to, like, defeat it. And there was a lot of rats, or there was some rats in this level later on that I just didn't like. And it kind of led me not liking this level too much. I remember not liking it specifically because of that shit. Oh, Treetop Tumble. That OST is actually really good as well. See, Donkey Kong Country 3 has some good shit. People need to shut up. Number 9, Bellich's Barn. This boss fight, for me, it was easy to understand, hard to execute, because throwing the bugs in his mouth was pretty difficult for me, since I'm not the best at throwing barrels in Donkey Kong Country games, but it was a fun boss nonetheless, so I'm just gonna move on. 10, Barrel Shield Bust Up. This level was like a tree level with lots of little monkeys throwing things at you, and you have to either time to pass those little monkeys up, or get behind a barrel shield right on time before the monkeys start throwing shit at you. I remember having to deal with a level like that. This is the first version of that said level, but it was kind of alright. Not gonna lie to you, it was kind of okay. Number 11, Riverside Race. This level wasn't your typical race. Yeah, this wasn't your typical race against an opponent. Your race was pretty much against a clock that doesn't really matter too much, but the time was 1:15 seconds. I got to the end at 1:17 seconds, but they didn't film me, which was weird, but still a fun run through a level, which that's why I'm saying, like, Donkey Kong Country 3 has a lot of weird ideas that they don't. I mean, they do the idea, but it's just kind of, It just leads me to, Like, it just leads me to, like, kind of like, it's okay in a way, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? I guess. Also, I think I'm going to start doing my experience a little bit later so people can, like, wake up and stuff. You know, because I don't want you guys, like, missing episodes and then feel like you have the need to go back. If you guys ever get that way, like that you missed an episode, oh man, just don't worry about it. Just watch it, like come back and watch it, you know, like watch it on your own time. Don't force yourself to watch my previous videos if you missed out on it. Just continue after that video, like after I release it, or, you know, since I don't upload twice a week as much as my video views have been dropping now, so it gives you a little bit more time to watch the My Experience episode and kind of move along. You know what I mean? So, and I'll try to make this one not as long as the other episodes. I'll try my best to make it the shortest. So, because I know some of you guys don't like it when I make, I at least assume some of you guys don't like it when I make the long My Experience, like the 3-hour, the 4-hour long ones. But anyways, I digress. 12. Squeals on Wheels. This level was long as fuck. Taking out all the mice to open metal doors was pretty exhausting, to be frank with you. And I'm kind of mixed on this level because on one hand, I like the level's gimmick, but on the other hand, I dislike this level for how long it took me to do it. And I know this is, like, obviously a me thing, a me problem, all that other sort of stuff, but Hot Pursuit. Yeah, Hot Pursuit was also another good one. Sorry. It's just that I'm listening to the OST right now, like from Snes, and I love it. But yeah, it was like one hand I liked it, one hand I didn't. But anyways, let's move on. 13. Spring and Spiders. This level was another giant tree level, which was super fun, and we had to use these little spiders to navigate the way for us, which was kind of cool. 14. Bob and Barrel Brawl. It's another baby elephant level. I had a feeling a lot of buddy levels are going to be in this game. Yeah, there's a lot of levels that are more towards the buddies than, like, playing Kitty and Dixie Kong. 15. Arch's Ambush. Fighting that giant spider was pretty difficult for a fat period of time. Probably about 10 minutes of trying and not figuring out how to damage him. But once I knew, the boss just got harder and harder, which makes sense. He's the first boss. But I'm not gonna lie, after I figured him out, he was kind of just figured out. Yeah, and the boss, like I said, is a giant spider. And the reason why I'm not gonna turn around, waste my time showing you is because it's kind of like, I kind of noticed, like, when I do show things off, I am spoiling the game a little bit. And sure, I am still spoiling it by reading it to y'all, but at least I'm giving you context. But then you go ahead and figure out the boss yourself. Like, you see what the boss looks like yourself. Or if you played the game, you kind of already have the image in your head a little bit of what the boss looked like. But at the same time, I'll mix and match. I'll do both. I won't show and I will show, okay? So, 16. Fireball Frenzy. This level was a giant bird shooting big cannonballs at the player in multiple different patterns. And to be honest, I really like this level. I really like this level because the perspective is you see that little dot target thing, and it's on you constantly, and you have to continuously run with Kiddy Kong and Dixie Kong throughout the level to avoid its shot. And I actually thought this was a really good level gimmick. I thought this was an amazing level idea. Like, Dixie and Kitty have to be on the run. They have to constantly be on their feet so they can avoid getting shot by cannonballs. And I loved it. And it definitely put the pressure on me. I remember. And I remember the future version of this level, too. It definitely put the pressure on me here, and it definitely put the pressure on me now. But it was good pressure. There's a difference. 17. Demolition. Oh, my God. Stuff about sandwiches. My bad. Demolition Drain Pipe. This level was pretty much our first minecart level, and it was pretty tough. A lot of deaths due to enemies in this level. They are so bullshit here. I remember how bullshit they were. Number 18, Ripsaw Rage. The title wasn't freaking wrong. The Ripsaw will really make you rage. I died here so many freaking times due to the enemies coming from off screen or the damn saw itself. It was so annoying, and I didn't enjoy this level. Number 19, Blazing Bazookas. This level reintroduces barrel hopping, which is cool, and also how to dodge Kremlin shooting barrels, which is actually pretty neat, and I enjoyed that stage. Alright, 20, Low G Labyrinth. This level was super freaking cool. The whole level is low gravity based, meaning you jump way higher than normal, but you descend slower, and the platforming here was so top notch, and the Bird Buddy section was pretty cool too. Didn't overstay its welcome, like I usually like it as. Overstay its welcome. Anyways, level was super fun to play through. Yep. 21. Chaos is Carnage. This boss battle was freaking tough as hell. Not only he was pretty difficult in the beginning, but the boss had 2 phases, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie to you. But at the same time, man, phase 2 was more difficult. But I got him, which is what matters. So Chaos is like this large machine thing that you go up against, okay? He's like a large machine that you'll fight throughout the game. So this ain't his only boss fight. Keep that in mind. Or was that the sword? Anyway, no. Kanos is the machine. I'm like literally giving myself fucking a memory test. 22, Bazaar's Blockade. Our first full-on water level. To be honest, it was pretty chill, all things considered. All you need to watch out for is some fish, and that's really it. It was like a chill water stage. I remember that shit. But I kind of wish, Aquatic Ambulance from DK1 kind of made its appearance just through the swimming levels, because that was the perfect water level theme, like, I've heard in a long time. Even David Wise brought that shit back. I'm sorry, but god damn, my man's brought that back in full force. Alright. I kind of like that shit a little bit. What the shit? I don't know if y'all got some delay there. Yeah, my shit is really delayed right now. I don't know why it's, I mean, at least everything is delayed. That's a little weird. Streams used to be on point. I don't know why it's being like that. Okay, anyways. 23, Rocket Barrel Ride. From the title of the level, I really thought we were going to be on some Rayman 2 barrel flying shit, but the barrels just fly upwards for a bit and shoot you out, which is good. And thank God it wasn't what I was thinking, because if it was, I bet the control score would be weird as hell. Funny, because I remember they actually did that shit in Tropical Freeze. They act like the barrel riding shits. They actually did do what I thought they were gonna do in like that game. So that's actually kind of funny how I thought way ahead, right there. And I thought that was kind of cool. 24, Creeping Collapse. This level was full of rope climbing and slots of explosive Kremlins everywhere. if you have one Kong, do yourself a favor and get both Dixie and Kitty for this level, because they don't give you the DK barrels in this whole level, which makes that much harder. Because I remember I was like, why did this stage suddenly get so hard? Especially when they don't add the DK barrels, because the DK barrels are kind of important. Like, they give you a friend if you need it, like your buddy back. So I was just kind of thrown off by, like, why the fuck do they not have why do they not have, like, barrels in this level? It really bothered me. And I was wondering, like, why does it bother me so much? Or not, why does it bother me so much? Why did they not add the barrels? Because this is still, like, early on in the game. But anyways, I digress. 25, Tracker Barrel Trek. So the level gimmick... sorry for the ad. Tracker Barrel Trek. So this level's gimmick is letting the player control the tracker barrel to either go left or right. And the platforming in this level gets really tense in this level, but it really made me use my brain too, which I always give props when games like platformers and games I usually play make me... I'm not trying to say whenever I play a platformer I'm brainless, but I'm saying, like, they make me think. They literally sit me down in the chair, they tell me to play the level, and then, like, I figure out what I'm supposed to do. Like, that's what I mean by making me use my brain. Like, I don't immediately know what to do, but the game doesn't make me feel stupid, if you catch my drift. They actually make me feel smart, and that's what I really love about platformer games, especially like DKC3 and stuff, and, you know, other games. You know, I don't like it when games make me feel like a jackass for not knowing something, and then I have to go look it up. I like it when the game doesn't make me feel stupid. The game, like, treats me like a normal person, and it lets me figure it out, / brain power, or, you know, I get the right idea, and I figure it out. You know what I mean? I just remember how many games made me feel stupid. You know, made me feel like this game isn't on your level. This game's a little bit higher than you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anyone else in the chat agrees with that, but I remember there's a lot of games out there that really made me feel stupid, like, at times, and that kind of made me dislike the game a little bit because of that. Because I like it when I figure stuff out, like this level, for example. I really like it. I really like how this level made me figure it out. I like that shit. My apologies for the long rant, but we're about to go into 2 more of those. Fishy Food Frenzy. The gimmick of this level is fucking genius and scary. If you're not careful, so you have this fish following you around for the whole level. So the fish, you have the fish behind you following around the whole level. And you have to feed him fish that comes across in the level. A, if you don't feed him something in too long, he'll bite you, either take you out, or B, get rid of one of your characters. And also make sure you don't feed the fish any of those spiky enemies, because it will make it angry quicker. But anyways, this level was fantastic for that reason alone. Amazing job, Rare. Like, they literally... I have never seen this in a game before where you feed the gimmick, and if the gimmick gets angry and it's about to eat you, I like that shit. I like stuff like that. And it's like, I haven't seen that in a very long time, like that gimmick being used. And the fact that that was the gimmick the whole level was mind-blowing to me. I actually really respect DKC3 because of that level. I really, like, that should have been in Donkey Country 2. Or 1 even. That's a cool gimmick. Like, it keeps you on your toes the whole time, you know what I mean? Like, but, like, in a good way. But if you're going in that level with one Kong, then that shit's just straight stressful, okay? But it was kind of fun. I liked it. I respect Fish Food Frenzy for that. 27, Squirt Showdown. Squirt was a hard boss, because not only I went in not understanding this boss at all, but the boss takes a fat minute to take out. But you basically suck up water with the baby elephant and spit it in its eyes a fat amount of times, and dodging his water beam moving thing is a bitch if you don't understand how to move around and dodge it. It's a good boss battle, but still, basically, I remember I was struggling because I didn't know the baby elephant could suck up the water in the background environment and spew it at one of his eyes. And I remember I was so confused on what to do. I was sitting there for more than 10 minutes trying to sit there and figure out, like, what am I doing? You know, like, what am I doing here? How do I handle this situation? You know what I mean? Like, it's honestly how I feel. It's really how I feel on Donkey Kong Country 2. I'm sorry, just let me move on before this shit gets too long. 28. I really like how Funky plays more of a role in this game. Sure, it's not much more than what he did in DK Land 1 or 2. I can't remember if he was in DK Land 2. Or not DK Land. See, Donkey Kong Country 2. Fuck! If they were different series, I probably would not be mistaking them as much. But anyways. But you get him the parts he needs, and he'll build you a new crafts with the parts that help you traverse the land, which is actually pretty neat. Now, I remember I mentioned Funky Kong in the beginning of the episode, but I still wanted to bring it up because I like how you have to give him parts by finding them throughout the land, because the bosses took the specific parts you need to traverse the land. So if you beat the bosses in said areas, you will get said parts for you to help you traverse through the land, which I think is genius, and I really like that shit. And I like how Funky Kong will lace you up anytime if you need to build a barrel craft to cross through the waters and all that other sort of stuff. I really, really like that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that. I like how Funky Kong serves that purpose. I kind of wish he became a playable character in the OG trilogy, like you know, for a 106% completion thing, you get to play Funky Kong. That would have been cool. Like, you can replay the game as Funky Kong, like an easier ride or something, which they actually do in Tropical Freeze. Actually, they actually allow the Switch version anyway. They actually have this Funky Kong mode where the game is pretty much on easy mode, but you're Funky Kong, and it's actually kind of cool. I didn't play too much of it since I wanted to play the original experience of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze before I even did that. But, you know, maybe later today I'll give that a try. But we'll see. 29. Getting lost on the world map is pretty annoying if you don't know the world map at all that well. And if you're new to the game, you especially won't know what the world map is. And you're definitely going to be getting lost. So I honestly suggest looking it up, because trying to find it on your own is kind of a bitch sometimes. You might get it here and there, but, like, not all the time, if you catch my drift. Like, just look it up, spare your time, and shit like that. And, yeah, we'll get right to it. 30. Crevice Creepers. This level was good, but also pretty difficult at the same time. A lot of TNT Kremlins on the same ropes as you and below or above us, and the platforming was figuring out how to get around them, which I thought was also genius. Another great way to kind of just move along with the levels and stuff. And by the way, guys, we're almost done. We only have like 9 more pages after this, so this game entirely only has 19 pages. So we're not going to be here omega long, okay? So if you think we're going to be here like you know, 3 hours or so. No, not 3 hours. 31. Ooh, Rockface Rumble is good. Sorry, I'm just remembering how good some of these tracks were, and I'm like, do. Sorry, it was like, okay. Sorry, I love doing the okay. Who knows? I might talk about Donkey Country 64 and why I can't play that shit. My very short experience with Donkey Kong, my very short and confusing experience with Donkey Country 64. I might make that episode, probably after the Donkey Kong Country series, like, so you guys can get another Donkey Kong thing in, because I really like Donkey Kong too. But Donkey Kong Country 64, I just could not play. For multiple reasons I'll get into. Which, I'm going to get into, like, kind of like the messy Metroid, my experience. I'll probably talk about it like that. And anyways, Tearaway Toe began. It was a slang level, aka your minecart level. It was pretty tense, as it usually is, and my goodness, it was hard as balls at some moments. Like, the enemies are jointed up at times, which makes the level even harder. Okay. 22, barrel drop bounce. Dude, this level at a certain section was fucking douchebag, man. Like, this part where you had to jump on each barrel upwards while they're falling down the waterfall was certainly bullshit. But other than that small section of the level, this level was quite enjoyable to me. 33, crack shot croc. This level was very difficult, and I didn't like it even more, because the whole level we have to traverse through the stage with Spider Buddy while constantly being targeted by a croc that wants to shoot me and end my life. So it was very stressful for me, but all I needed was patience and timing with when to make my platforms and you're set to do this level. Like, I remember this level, it was stressful, but in the back of my head, now when I'm thinking about it, in a way, I think I'd probably have a little bit more fun with it. Maybe. I'm probably tripping. Maybe if I play Donkey Country 3 for you guys on the channel one day, if I ever get Nintendo Online, my new tablet's good enough to record the screen and make it clear so you guys can see everything. Maybe. Okay, maybe. Maybe. I say maybe because I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do that. Like, maybe, because, like, I don't know, I'll mention stuff later. Anyways, 34, Lemguin Lunge. This level was filled with penguins, which is cool, and some large gap jumps, but really, just use Dixie Kong's hair gliding ability in this level. A breeze to get through, which, if you guys didn't watch my Donkey Country 2 video, Dixie Kong is pretty fucking cracked. Like, she may be almost as fast as Dixie, which is really good, but her hair gliding ability is just cracked as fuck. Think of Luigi's backflip from Super Mario 64 DS for a weird reference, and how cracked it was in that game. In this game, it can help you breeze through whole sections if you know how to use it properly, and that's what I love about this game. What I love about Donkey Country 2 and 1 is, if you've mastered these games, you've mastered how to use the characters, it feels so damn right using them. Even the tag buddy moves, you know, like where you throw a character up to get higher air and stuff. I didn't really use that shit too much when I was playing, but you know, but yeah. Just want to let you guys know that. Anyways, 35, Bleak's House. The boss was a robotic snowman that gives you the hit the moving target at a carnival would have. And you have to hit him at a good amount of times, and later in the fight, he gets harder and harder, which is very cool. This boss was certainly different. I can give it that. And I also liked how it got progressively harder throughout the fight anyways. Awesome fight. Like, I actually really like Bleak's House, because because it felt legit. It was like a snowman trying to F you up, like trying to do the same thing you're doing, and it goes closer, it goes further away from the screen, and you gotta like time your snowball throw and throw it at him, like not just 3 times and he's dead, but probably 5 to 6 times, because you guys know Donkey Country doesn't play like that with its boss fights. You gotta hit him more than 3 times, which Tropical Freeze I didn't like, because some of the bosses were kind of like dragging out because of that shit. But, you know, we'll get to that game way later down the line. You know, if my ass sticks to doing my experiences and not other videos, you know, beforehand. Anyway, 36, Buzzer Barrage. This was a very long, dragged-out Bird Buddy level. I was dying left and right due to those swinging bird-like enemies that move up and down. The same with the robotic hornets. And the controls on the bird were fine as hell, but man, I'm telling you, this level was bullshit. Look up this level on YouTube and you'll see what I mean. I hated this level for the most part, and the ending where they really pulled that bird out and got me killed really pissed me off. I remember, yeah, legit, look up Buzzer Barrage. I'm actually gonna look that one up because I actually kind of don't remember Buzzer. Yeah, Buzzer Barrage. Let's show you guys this one. Seeing these little fat birds that give you stuff too. Yeah, look, the robotic hornets right there. I died a lot to them. Those birds right there. If you saw it for a split second. This guy knows what he's doing, but like, I'm telling you, it looks bullshit if you look it up and stuff. And you haven't played it for yourself? Yeah, no. That's why I'm kind of like, no. You know what I mean? Bing, bing, bong. Bing, 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 bong. What the fuck? What the fuck? Sorry, there was just a bug on Louis' poster that I had to get off, but now he's crawling in this fucking room. Wow, these bugs are getting smarter, man. What the fuck? And this bug right here found his way into my room and shit. Hopefully there's not any more of them. But yeah, I'm telling you, that level was difficult. Anyways, 37. Kong Fuse Cliffs. This level was super mega bullshit because the below you, the rope you're on, the whole level is burning and you need to constantly go to higher to avoid the fire at the bottom of the rope while dodging off-screen enemies. Even halfway through the level, you have to switch ropes, and the level just gets more and more bullshit. This is literally Nintendo's Crash Bandicoot at this fucking point, man. Like, holy fuck. Like, I remember when I was going through this, I was literally realizing, like, Donkey Kong Country really is Nintendo's way of Crash Bandicoot. Like, I look at Crash and I look at Donkey Kong, and they're so damn, like, not super similar, but, like, there's some similarities they have, like, the level designing, like, level mapping, how their platform levels are actually get more and more difficult as time moves on. You know, the 100% percentages are pretty much the same, like 106%, 105, 102%, you know what I mean? Like, I remember at this point, this is where I first realized, like, this game is literally Nintendo's Crash Bandicoot, isn't it? And I know Donkey Country in some aspects is harder than, like, the original Crash Bandicoot games, if you think that way. But, well, to be honest, I haven't played these games non-emulated, so I can't really say anything just yet about that. But, these levels, to me anyway, really do feel like Nintendo's Crash Bandicoot, and I felt that way. Not Crash 4, just Crash Bandicoot in general, like Crash 1, 2, 3, etc. Anyways, 38, Floodlit Fish. This is a swordfish buddy level, and oh my god, I was dying left and right, man. And another thing is, this level really felt like a maze. And y'all know I hate mazes or anything that makes me feel lost and confused. Like, seriously. This place made me lost so many times. I felt like I wasn't going the right way most of the time. And dying to enemies I can't see. You guys know I don't like that shit. Can't see is super fun too. I don't know why I put that. And forgot to mention, this level is mostly darkness, and you have to hit these yellow fish to light up the place. And this immediately reminded me of Lights Out from Crash Bandicoot 1. And that level is nowhere near as hard as this level. Holy fuck, man. And the yellow fish reminded me of the light source they used in Crash 1, Arekkusu. And for these levels specifically, he can give Crash a light to see himself a bit in his surroundings, which is pretty dope that both games did this. But I feel like DKC 3 fleshed it out much better than Crash 1. But if y'all remember the secret level in Crash 2 as a darkness level 2, it fleshes out the light concept too, which is even more cool. Anyways, this level still kind of pissed me off for the depths I had, and I kind of had fun throughout the level when I finally got the hang of how to play the level. And this level is a little less stressful than Confused Cliffs. I just like how I'm making, and yet I had way more to say about this level than that level. It took up the part of last page and this whole page. Yeah, which was crazy. It took up that whole page. I had way more to say about the level, but not about the previous one. 39, Panic. This level made us use multiple different buddies, which is cool. Baby elephant or green bird buddy and spider buddy. And we even had to traverse through water, which was cool. Didn't really panic much at all, but it was fun to run through. 40, Ropey Rumps. Hold up. This level was very confusing, and I hated that I kept going back the way I came from, and I had to die just to get back on track. In a nutshell, this level was just another rope platforming level that got me extremely lost. I added the extremely lost part because you guys know how I feel when I get lost on things. I get confused, it leads me to anger, and it kind of leads me to pretty destructive, depending on how angry I actually can get, if I am that lost. It's just, and I remember Dad the other day was like, maybe just look this shit up since you're that guy that gets lost all the time. And it's like, the fun part is figuring it out, but, and I don't know, it's just, kind of just ruins it. I don't know if you guys do what I do when it comes to Donkey Kong Country, or games in general, but I honestly just look it up if I'm way too angry about the situation, if I'm at, my last straw, I'm trying to beat it, but I just can't, I don't know what to do. If I'm fully, / truly lost, and, looking up is, legit the only way I'm gonna pass it, but I'm looking it up, so I always try my best not to look it up, because it's that's the quick solution, but I know it's the quick solution, you probably won't get as mad. I don't know, I just have a weird thing going on where it's I at least want to try my best efforts before looking it up. That's just me. Anyways, Ropey Rumps. This level was very confusing, and I hated that I kept going back the same. Oh my god. Kept going back the same way. Oh, I just died. Oh, I already read that one. Sorry. 41, Barbossa's Barrier. This boss took me a minute to figure out because I didn't know how to damage the damn thing, but after I figured it out, I beat, not super quickly, but after 20 minutes, I beat him. Unlocking the lost area Cremalota. And you have to circle around these 4 rocks on the sub-map, the map area. 4 rocks a few times, and an underground volcano will come out from the water, which is pretty cool. And you get hidden levels by how many DK coins you collected throughout the entire game. But don't bother doing them if you don't have enough DK coins, which I actually didn't do. So if you're wondering, hey Alex, did you do any of the secret levels of Donkey Country 3? No, I did not. I played Donkey Country 1, 2, and 3 way more on the casual side because I just wanted to experience them and finish them for the first time. Like, maybe, like, later in my life, I'll come back to these games and fully 106, 102, whatever percent complete them. Maybe make a new my experience on them. My 102 or whatever highest percentage in Donkey Country 1, you know, maybe I'll come back and do that one, you know? But these are just casual experiences. Like, I'm going through the levels, point A, point B, no secret levels. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze where you break that mold, but anyways. 43, Conveyor Rope Clash. Bro, the conveyors are no joke in this level. It's freaking crazy. Like, wow, it makes me grateful I'm playing on emulator. Because how difficult the level was. 44, Creepy Caverns. It was your typical cave level, other than these creepy ghost-like barrels that would appear and disappear every now and again, which was the only thing creepy about this level. Still pretty fun. I had a good time. The OST for DKC 3 is okay compared to DKC 1 and DKC 2. Still Village is my favorite because of how goofy it is. I really do like how goofy Stilt Village's theme is. Like, doom 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 boom ba dum ba dum. Like, it sounds so goofy compared to your usual Donkey Kong Country OST music that I fucking love it. I like it. It's my favorite track. I actually have it downloaded on my little tablet. And you guys already listened to it like a billion times, so I'm just gonna kind of move on out of the way. And I did mention the OST. Like I said, it was okay, but I think there's some OST that are better. Not better than DKC 2 or DKC 1 or anything, but I think the OST stands on its own. I think it's right up there, you know, with some of them. With some of the OST. Not like up there with Sticker Bush Forest Interlude, DK Out of the Swing, but I'm saying like some of the other ones that are like, they're good, but like not a lot of people's favorites, not a lot of people go back, you know what I mean, like those. But 45, Lightning Lookout. This level was straight up crazy. The level gimmick is lightning being struck down on your last spot you are in or going towards. So this level is pretty hard to traverse through. Like, holy crap, I haven't played a platform that makes lightning its main gimmick in a level in a fat minute. So it's pretty rad that I decided to do Lightning Lookout. I really do like that. Also, if you guys want to know like a weird little thing before I continue, if you guys understand, the reason why I don't like playing Yoshi games, for just a quick little reason why I haven't talked about Yoshi, like you're over here talking about Donkey Kong, Mario, Luigi, Metroid, Zelda, where's the Yoshi or Kirby series? It's because I kind of don't mix and match with both of them that well. I don't know, they just kind of feel like, I just always get that feeling of with them compared to like everyone else. Same with Zelda for the most part. But you know, Metroid for like Metroid 2 and like the original Metroid 1 and stuff, but anyways, that lessons, bam, slap, spink. Oh my god. Rocket Run sounds crazy. Anyways, 46. I love how throughout Wrinkly's like place areas and stuff where you go to Wrinkly Kong's, you hear different Nintendo music on her TV. Hell, she's literally playing the N64, but you'll hear some Mario tunes or Zelda or others, which I think was really fucking cool. that I kind of spotted that out and how she's just sitting there playing. Oh, can you tell Cranky that he's a little bitch, nigga? You know, and I thought that was just kind of funny to me that, you know, Wrinkly Kong would just sit there and do that shit. 47, Condoleezza's Clamber. There's these pink gremlins that can ram you off the map, and they're everywhere in this level. And they were a little bit annoying until I figured out how to progress past them. Basically, when you jump on them, stand still, then jump again to move to your next target. So, you're welcome for that. Oh my god. Poisonous Pipeline. I'm gonna look that up, y'all. Poisonous Pipeline. Poisonous... Yep. Ugh. This level wasn't fun for me at all. This level sucks. You want to know why? Inverted, INVERTED controls throughout the whole level. And some of y'all might be saying, but Alex, didn't you deal with inverted controls in Rayman 1, Mr. Dark Dare? Yes, I did. But that was for a small section. Meanwhile, this is a whole swimming level with inverted controls. You know, I thought they were gonna make us have a breathing meter until we died from the poison or some shit, which would have been even worse, but still, I didn't like this level because of the inverted controls, the, like, I hated it. I mean, but then again, it would just make it not as different from any other water level if they didn't make it different, if you catch my drift. But still, I still didn't like it. I still really didn't like it. Compared to, let's do this real quick. Just final boss. So basically, Kronos does come back at the end of the game, and you're thinking you're done, you're thinking you saved Donkey Kong. Anyways, the boss, Castle Kronos / Kronos and K. Rool's final boss fight. So we fight Chaos again, not only for it to go down super easily, and K. Rool was behind a curtain in the same room where we're fighting Chaos. And we had to fight K. Rool, and let me tell you, he was much more intense this time around, and he was pretty difficult, because I didn't know how to damage him until like 10 minutes later, and of course, I beat Chaos and K. Rool. But I want to show you how this boss fight is played out. And by the way, you can't jump on the same rope twice. If you're wondering, hey, why can't I jump on the same rope twice? You know, well, you can, like, but... Hey, actually, maybe it will be longer than my fucking DK Land trilogy video. Shit, I thought it wouldn't be, but it is. Oh god, the platforming section of this. Yeah. Okay, I am sorry that my stream died. Okay, I want to apologize for that because I didn't show off the whole final boss to Donkey Kong Land 3 or Donkey Kong Country 3. My apologies. Let me get the final boss up. Is it in my history? Should be. Yeah, there it is. I remember how difficult this shit was for me. I just need to check if my stream's okay, you know? That's why I always, like, go on Switch and use Wi-Fi 2 just so I can see if my own stream's okay. Because I don't want to have that Rayman 1 My Experience incident where no one was in chat telling me if my shit was fucked up or the screen was blurry, you couldn't see anything. Which is why I might have to remake that My Experience sometime, like delete the original episode and then come back to it some other time and remake it, but... Kinda don't want to replay Rayman 1 again, but at the same time, not right now anyway. I'll probably do one for the Game Boy Advance. See how that one fares. Because the Game Boy Advance version of Rayman 1 is just like a downgraded. What's up, Lucas? How you doing, man? We're just about done, almost. Just showing you the whole boss fight to the end of Donkey Kong Country 3. Ignore me if I say Donkey Kong Land, because that's just a mistake. You get the names mixed up. Even though we all know here that they're pretty much the same as these. Music's fire, though. Donkey and Diddy Kong 50. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong ended up being within chaos this whole time, which was a crazy reveal, which kind of took me by surprise, to be honest with you guys. And there is a true ending, but I usually used to show the true ending, but I kind of wanted you guys to kind of figure that out and let y'all, like, do it, you know? Like, let y'all, you know, when you guys give this game a play and you guys want the... Dude, what is up with this fucking stream right now, man? I kind of wanted you guys to kind of figure that out and let y'all, like... I don't know why it has those freeze moments. Maybe it's just the Switch's YouTube. I don't know. Okay. But we're pretty much wrapped up with this live stream, pretty much. But anyways, final thoughts. But anyways, before I go, I am gonna start doing my experience a little later because I realize, you know, a lot of you guys got school, and you know that you guys need to attend to, and all that other sort of stuff. And plus, you guys don't wake up at like 6 my time, so I might do it a little bit later, like start at 8 and then maybe go on in the afternoon or something if it's that long of an experience. Maybe 8, maybe like start doing it at 9, because I actually used to do them later, but you guys really liked it when I started doing them earlier in the mornings, and then I started liking them doing them in the mornings because, you know, you guys are like, you know, weird. I nearly missed the entire stream, but I'm here to say hello. What's up, Lucas? How you doing, bro? How you doing? And it's all good, bro. That's why I'm going to start doing them later in the mornings, or later in the morning my time, because I started this stream at like 7:40, and now it's 8:55, so I started this little an hour ago, which, actually, I think 8 to 9 is fine, maybe, because I used to do my experiences later in the day, but, you know, it would give me, you know, less time to spend my day. And by the way, I know it's off topic, but there are some cartoons I'd like to talk about. Oh, man. You know, that'd be awesome to talk about in a vlog or something. But I can't do a vlog right now. I'm trying to... Still got a lot of my experiences left to do. And we'll do them. Okay? We'll do them. But anyways... Yeah, I know. Dude, I saw that Cartoon Network shit, like, yesterday, that Cartoon Network 30th anniversary where they were showing episodes. Me and Louis sat there and watched it for hours, and it was just awesome. Like, for example, regular show, including its movie and Ben 10. Dude, I might have to sit down and rewatch. I actually was rewatching Ben 10, the original series, so I might make it my experience on that, later, and maybe try and do Alien Force too, you know, try to sit and watch some stuff, get some notes on the show and shit. You know, maybe start doing that, but I still have a lot of games to talk about. But anyways, we'll get into that at a later date. My final thoughts on Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, the Snes version. I liked Omniverse as well, so I think Omniverse is also going to be a great thing. This game was pretty good. Not going to lie, usually in a platformer series, the third entry usually splits up and divides the fans. But it had pretty good levels and some little bastard levels in between. But it's a good platformer, and I recommend y'all give it a play. Thank you for Rare for creating this game, and thank you Nintendo for publishing it. Beaten Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong Double Trouble SNES version, July 4th of 2022. So literally July 4th. So, I can't remember what we did on July. What was the special July 4th day or whatever that us Americans did? I can't remember what the fuck it was. It was like celebrating something. I can't remember, but I beat it July 4th of this year. So literally months upon months ago, I've beaten this game. And stuff like that. Alright, and that's it. That's it of Donkey Kong Country 3. We're done with the Donkey Kong Country series for a little bit. Unless I talk about the Game Boy Advance ports / versions of the game, which I will talk about probably at a later date. Much more later, because I still got a bunch of games I have here that I have yet to discuss, which we're going to go in, you know, week by week, taking them out one at a time, you know. Sometimes, you know, soon I'll be talking about, like, other characters, you know, like Pac-Man and something like that. That's actually next week. I'll talk about Pac-Man World, the original version, not the remake, Repack, which I will play. I also will play Repack, Pac-Man World Repack, and give my honest thoughts on Repack, on that shit. But I also did play the original one for Sony PlayStation, because I really wanted the platform to play. But anyways, that, honestly, yeah, Donkey Kong Country 3, to me, it was a decent game. It's not and I get it, the third game usually splits up the fan base, but, which still kind of did, because a lot of people still like Donkey Kong Country 1 or 2, prefer it over Donkey Kong Country 3, simply because, you know, better music, you know, in their eyes, better level design. In my eyes, I love all three of them. I love the bunch. But I do understand where people are coming from when they say Donkey Kong Country 2 is far superior than Donkey Kong Country 3 because of its music, characters, level design, boss fights, all that other sort of stuff, especially the music part. But I think Donkey Kong Country 3 hits the mark where it needs to, okay? It doesn't, like... It's a Donkey Kong Country game. You can say that much. It's not a bad game by any means. I'm not going to say it's Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex bad or anything, okay? Which, if I had a GameCube or a Wii, I probably would have played that game and gave it a fair shot. I probably would have given it a fair shot if I had a GameCube or Wii in my household, all that other sort of stuff. But yeah, that's it. That's Donkey Kong Country 3. I'm sitting here thinking about it now, and I'm like, wow, that is it of the original trilogy. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, come back next week, and we're going to be talking about Pac-Man World for, Pac-Man's 30th anniversary, Pac-Man World, for the Sony PlayStation. Only for the Sony PlayStation Game Boy Advance, but I'm not talking about the shitty Game Boy Advance version. I'm only talking about the PlayStation 1 version. And that's it. Like, that's actually it. I don't have anything else to say. Donkey Country 3 was a decent game. I had fun. It was better than the Donkey Kong Land trilogy by a landslide. I mean, it's Donkey Kong Country, of course. It's gonna be better to me by default since it's what originally started this shit. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, like, subscribe, maybe favorite and share with your friends. If you want to, that's all I have to say on Donkey Country 3. It's just kind of awkward having to like end it on this note, because it's like usually I'll end it off on being like, all right, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next exciting my experience. But this one was just kind of chill. You know, I'm not really super, just kind of laid back, because, you know, it's just kind of feeling laid back. And yes, I will be playing more games and stuff for you guys in the future, obviously. I still have so much to talk about. But I do want to talk about, like, Ben 10 and all that. I really do want to talk about shows and stuff. But I just still have so much my experience to make. And don't worry, I will be bundling a lot of it up into, like, one video and stuff. Like, for example, I'm going to talk about the Crash Bandicoot Advance games again, but I actually fully played them this time instead of quitting like in my playing a few games video and my first Crash Bandicoot, my Hellish Experience video. I actually played all, well, I didn't play Ripple's Purple because that's just shit, but you get my point. I'm going to talk about all three of the Crash Advance games in one sitting. I'm going to talk about all Sonic Rush games in one sitting. I'm going to talk about Crash on the Run and Crash CTR Nitro Fueled in one video. So there you go with that. I'm going to talk about Crash the Titans, Crash Mind Over Mutant DS versions in one video. So we can speed things up, guys. And I'll talk about Crash 1, 2, and 3 in their own separate videos. Kind of like how I did the Donkey Kong Country series videos with the Snes versions. I talked about them all individually, which I'm going to do for the Crash Bandicoot videos. And then after that, I just have a few more stuff to kind of discuss. Tropical Freeze, 3D World, Metroid Dread, and Wario Land Virtual Boy, and that's it. And then after that, just whatever new game Louis gets me, and then maybe TV shows, something. We'll see. But, yeah, that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Maybe rewatch it, you know, get a little bit of, like, you know, a little bit of stuff. My favorite Ben 10 shows are OG, Alien Force, Omniverse. I'm not gonna lie, I love the original Ben 10. I like the original Ben 10. I can see where it went. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to rewatch, not Alien Force, but I did watch Alien Force a little bit. I like it. I dig it. Ultimate Alien was kind of but Omniverse really, I like Omniverse a little bit more, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, that's it. I don't want to stretch out this stream too long. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And the Pac-Man episode is nowhere near as long. I promise you that. It's only 14 pages. Just letting you know in advance. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.